this is a battle in the second round of the blue tournament. We have Tough Crew commanding Boii and Danko commanding Tylis. R2G1. I guess this is Polish. Wow, these are some interesting builds. R2G1 fog is going to decrease visibility, but that doesn't really help either of these players. We have 4 raiding horse up front. Then we have, well, I can't really see much in that forest anyway, so we'll just go over the builds as they come out of the forest. Well, I guess I can sort of do like, yeah, I can do like this, and then I can, okay. Bunch of Oathsorn, 3 Levy Freemen, 4 Levy Freemen in total, heavy horse and light horse in the back. A lot of Oathsorn here for Boii. Very aggressive play by the raiding horse moving up. They're going to get screened away by Levy Freemen, of course. And the rest of the Tylis army, it looks like it's content to stay in this forest for the time being. I think there was 4 Oathsorn and 4 tribals on the field for Tylis, and then these Levy Freemen. So I'm just going to fast forward in the opening skirmish stages, and I believe Danko is playing this on he's using a touchpad to play this or something. So I haven't tried playing Rome 2 with a touchpad, but I did try playing Age of Empires with a touchpad, and that was not easy. These raiding horse were able to bait some javelins from the Levy Freemen, but there are Levy Freemen everywhere. And these Levy Freemen are actually wrecking the raiding horse, being better skirmishers than the raiding horse. Now, if Levy Freemen only had 70 ammunition, that would be great. Then they would be realizing their true potential. Oathsorn taking damage, but Levy Freemen rushing to the rescue. And it looks like Tylis just wants Boii to move all across the map here, but losing quite a lot of raiding horse in the process, not really getting anything in return for it. And these light horse just got attacked in the rear by raiding horse. They're going to lose if they don't pull out, and they did pull out, so. Boii keeps up with its steady advance, doing damage to the raiding horse. All the while, the raiding horses haven't been able to do the amount of damage they need to, especially to the heavy horse units of Boii. They are super important. But being in the forest here is sort of going to neutralize the effect of the heavy horse. So forest is good for Tylis, because the it's going to make the tribal warriors even more tanky than they already are. It's going to give them more time to get more hits in, which they definitely need. Very aggressive here by Tylis and just moving into the forest while not being able to see. And I would be super skeptical here, because either this could mean that there are units hidden just here, standard, or it might mean that an MLG ambush is set up somewhere, especially since this is a foggy map. So I don't think I would be confident at all moving into this forest. This looks like a setup to me, but let's see if I'm paranoid or if it indeed is a setup. So Boii moving up on the flanks, or Tylis moving up on the flanks. It doesn't look like a setup actually. It just looks like it's going to be a standard engagement. Levy Freeman chasing away the light horse there, but sort of getting into the rear of the Oathsorn, because the light horse stopped the Oathsorn from getting out. That was a bit of a weird engagement. Messy engagements all across the line here. Tribals doing well against Celtics, of course. Tribals destroying Levy Freeman. Boii content to just keep its units in reserve here and wait for the outcome of these engagements. Some weird engagements going on. These Oathsorn got blocked by Levy Freeman, but now they're pulling out. Very nice move. Tribal warriors getting a great charge into the flanks of this Oathsorn unit. Very nicely done. They're able to get into the formation and inflict their damage on a lot of enemy units. So that was a really great charge from Tylis. Also pulling away here and protecting the flanks. Very nice move. And the heavy horse sort of just being passive and not really doing anything, getting itself charged by... perhaps it's protecting these Celtic skirmishers, but the heavy horse is just going to die here in this engagement. Here we have the Oath Zone General of Tylis crashing into the Oath Zone of Boii, but the formation isn't very wide, but they did get a charge, and that is the most important thing. Also, heavy horse getting charged, so Boii is getting outplayed significantly here, I think, getting its Oath Zone charged by these tribals. And there is an Oath Zone unit available here for when these tribals lose the engagement. They're going to be able to rush in and crush the enemy Oath Zone General. The heavy horse is also being taken down by Levy Freeman and Raiding Horse. The general that got the charge is doing reasonably well here. While the general is doing well here, but very smart play, pulling out the tribal warriors when these guys were in shield wall, and then charging in the Oath Zone against the general. Super smart, keeping the Oath Zone in reserve there, and then pulling out the tribal warriors when the Oath Zone hit shield wall. And look at how quickly these Oath Zone are dying to the second charge. Very nicely done. Which means that the tribal warriors are going to be able to get a second charge. The Oath Zone up against the general here, not doing too well at all. Now they got attacked in the rear as well, so Boii is getting picked apart all across the map here. Shield wall being popped, let's see if it glitches. Doesn't look like it's going to glitch in this case. And as shield wall is popped, these Oath Zone are going to pull back and get a nice charge on these Oath Zones, so very nicely done there. And these Oath Zone didn't have time to react, they're just standing around. And that's potentially going to break this Oath Zone unit. Very nicely done there. Still no reaction from this Oath Zone unit, and that was a very, very nice move. But now this general is going to pay for it. He's going to get javelins in the face or in the back, depending on where his face is situated. The general died for Boii on that charge, and at this point there's just nothing that Boii can do to bring this battle back. Got picked apart. And Tough Crew was defeated by Danko commanding Tylis. Just very good use of Oath Zone here. The heavy horse, only 2 heavy horse for Boii is not really enough, and not bringing... I quite like the 4-4 combination that Danko brought with 4 Oath Zone and 4 tribals. And doing something similar with Boii, or even 2-6, 2 Oath Zone, 6 sword followers, I think that would have been very nice. And doing that, he could have afforded more very important heavy horse. And of course, Danko brought 6 Levy Freemen, so he definitely had the Levy Freeman advantage. 106 kills on Levy Freeman, just standard stuff. These Levy Freemen just had a bad day. So Danko is going to advance to the next round in the tournament. Good game to both players. Strength and honor.